If rushing the downswing is destroying your game, hitting the ball all over the planet and all over the club face, well, I'm going to show you this 3-step process to retrain your brain to swing nice and smoothly and powerfully like those smooth swingers you see out on tour that create awesome distance and control. So these 3 steps, one, we've got to identify what is causing you to rush that downswing and fix that. Number 2, we've got to actually have a good training routine to be able to retrain that brain swing smoother. That's going to be a great one. And number 3, how to get this out onto the golf course with some good swing thoughts to get that success where it matters. So let's get straight into it. Let's gain that distance and let's gain that control with a smoother swing. So first step, that was the root cause. So what is causing so many players to have that horrible rush downswing? And it's these 2 things here. So that is where so many golfers get up to the top of their swing like this. No backswing rotation. So if we're getting no backswing rotation, the only way we're going to be able to generate some speed in a downswing is with a very rushed movement. Where could we create some speed doing that? Sure. Could we have some control? Yeah. Very intermittently though, you're going to hit the ball all over the place doing it, and you're going to strike the ball all over the club face. Where what we want to see for players, we want to see a little bit of the opposite. We want to create a big, nice turn, as big as of a turn as we can create as an individual or our flexibility allows us. Where if you're not that flexible, I'm going to show you how to fix that as well. So a nice full turn. That will then create that momentum, that coil up, so then we could swing in that downswing, still create some good speed and still create unbelievably good control without really trying to. So the second reason is a lack of width in the backswing. So loads of golfers just pick up their arms collapse, club stays close to them, no width, narrow is what we call that. So from there, if you have no width, you then have to get the club coming away from you, and you have to accelerate the club quite hard from the top to be able to do that, giving you that really awful rushed lack of control, weak downswing. So you really have to speed it up. Even that, I would have had to go a lot quicker, a lot more, let's say, rushed to be able to hit that ball good distance, where generally good distance wouldn't happen from there. So we need to create some stretch. We need to get the club traveling further away from us to create a wider swing arc rather than narrower. The wider the swing arc, the more momentum we're going to be able to bring up. We're going to get more lag in the downswing. We're going to ultimately create an environment to where we don't have to rush, which is where we see the best players in the world who have a very unrushed swing, like Jake Knapp. Very wide, good turn, and then we see that club lag a ton as a result. Looks like he's put no effort into it, and that's how he can create that. He has the turn and he has the width. So I'm going to show you a drill to get both of these into your swing from one drill. So here is our drill to do here. So what we do, we grab a resistance band and we put it underneath our lead foot there. So left foot for right-handed golfer. Then we have the resistance band, put it around the golf club, just like so on the grip. And all we want to do is get up to the top of the swing and create tension on the band. That's going to encourage us to turn, especially if we don't have too much flexibility. This is good to train it, just like we mentioned. But this is going to really create that width and that turn. Because again, if I do the opposite, get no width and no turn, I'm just going to create no tension on the band. So that's where it really trains the keys we need to get that lovely big full backswing with great width. Do that as much as you can, like I do in the very start of my practice session. Do this, it's going to prime you nicely. So now we can move on to that practice session. What have we got to do to be able to train this properly? We've got first part of it, but what's our training method? What's our drills to do to be able to get there? So this is the training the brain to swing smoother in a downswing. We've created the environment now, big turn and good width. So what we're doing, I want you to do these specific 2 drills to really retrain this. So one, I want you to grab 2 clubs. So grab 2 of your clubs. I've got 2 3-irons here, so it could be any club in your bag. Now, what is this going to do? Because ultimately we're just going to get 2 clubs and we're going to swing it. But look at how I'm swinging. I'm not trying to do this. It's just happening. I'm swinging really smooth. Why is that? Because these clubs are damn heavy. So that's why. So you could even use, let's say, a heavy club. So let's say if you do overspeed training, you could use the heaviest version of the overspeed training device. Absolutely. But 2 clubs work really well as well. So we can't rush at all. And this actually encourages me to turn because there's so much weight to the club. It is training my body to turn with better width as well, because I can't manage the mass of this and the weight of it with a narrow, unturned backswing either. So it's really encouraging good things. Awesome. So this is physically retraining that brain on what you need to do to swing smoother, slower, but powerful at the same time. You'll see so many other good things, like you'll start to get better rotation of the body. You'll start to get natural lag start to occur. You'll start to load into your left side more, which will help you for more power. Again, you're stacking the cards in your favor by just doing this. So let's say you need to work on your width in your turn. Do that drill, then go straight into this with making sure you're just doing 2 clubs, swinging and feeling that sensation. And then when you get a club in your hand, whether it's driver or if it's anything else, it's going to immediately feel smoother. Immediately. So, okay, brilliant. So now when we get to the golf ball, we could do some swings afterwards. I recommend just a handful of swings, no more than 5, just trying to get that same sensation that you've got after swinging that. Just trying to feel like you're still gripping those 2 clubs. Lovely. Oh, that was a nice strike as well. That's one good thing as well. Foam balls are very good. Makes it more of a transfer from practice swing to real golf ball. With a foam ball, you start to move a little bit more like a practice swing, which is a good practice hack. That's not part of the video, just something to note there. But you'll start to replicate that same feel you've had into this if you just give it a few swings. Okay, so what I want you to do now, the bulk of yourself hitting golf balls, is I want you to do a classic pause drill. So this is like myself. Back in the day, I used to get really quick, really rushed in that downswing, super rushed. The only way for me to fix it, well, I can still get this every now and again, but I have to revisit this drill all the time. Pause, so pausing at the top, and then swinging through. If we've done a bunch of our, let's say, we're gripping the 2 clubs, swinging them, we're gonna feel that smooth sensation to where now, if I pause at the top and just let it hang there for about a second, maybe just under that, and then move through very unrushed, that's gonna be a great way to go. Again, it's gonna train so many other things. It's a great drill to train the full turn and width, but it's great for getting everything through to the left side and turning. The downswing is what Tiger did a bunch in his dominant years in the early 2000s. It's because of that drill. And this drill for me, if without that drill, I don't think I would have ever become a professional. So it's a brilliant one. It really helps that unrushed swing. So again, up to top and pause, and then swing through unrushed. This is how you're going to retrain that brain. Just these 2 simple things, work on the root cause and work on the actual drills that help you feel smooth. 2 clubs. And then with this, I'd recommend, again, do the 2 clubs right at the start of the practice session after you do the resistance band drill if you need to do that. And then hit a couple balls afterwards, replicating that same feel, and then do a good amount of time with that pause drill. And then you could go back to doing a bunch of the 2 clubs drills and repeat that process, go back into the pause drill, do that for your entire practice session, and you're going to retrain that brain. But here's the thing. What happens when you get out on the golf course? Because we all know when we get out on the golf course, quite a lot of time it falls apart. What are we going to think to be able to get there? So let me cut straight to the golf course. Let's talk about what to do on the course to be able to help you out here. Okay guys, so now we're on the golf course, a very cold and windy Royal Castle here in Scotland. So ultimately, 2 things we want to talk about here for swing thoughts we can have and things to feel to keep ourselves unrushed in that downswing. Now, number 1, this is all about creating the visual of a player with a very smooth swing. So this is all very, very simple. So I like to think of someone like Louis Oosthuizen, how smooth really his entire swing is. For me, this works really, really nicely. So just that unrushed motion. And if I've been doing the work, I've been fixing the root cause and then doing the training, this is going to be really good here. So thinking of someone with a smooth swing, whether it's Louis like myself, or if it's Ernie Els, whether it's Fred Couples, or more recently, Jake Knapp. So nice and smooth, unhurried, and especially feeling that unhurried nature in the transition of the downswing. And there we go, a nice shot going down there, good. So that is our number 1, and that's a really, really good one. Just a nice general thought. I've had this for a long, long time. A thought of copying someone that is really smooth. But number 2, this is actually from the guy who designed this golf course, and that is Colin Montgomery. So he's designer of Royal Castle here. And one thing that he used to say, he used to have for his tempos, he had a nice silky smooth tempo as well. And he used to think, okay, he used to say the saying of God save the Queen. So he used to be, okay, God was when he took the club back, save up to top, and Queen, impact. So God save the Queen. So again, if you want to more make it, of course, let's say it's more American, God save America. So that exact same thing. So God save the Queen, or God save America, whatever one you like to say. That's a good way of saying. So we could say it along here, God save the Queen. And that is actually a really good shot. That's right at the flag. Go. Not too bad there. So now it is more about experimenting. What one works best for you? Is it something that is more audible, something that you can say and imagine like you're speaking it in your head? Or is it something where you're imagining, of course, a player? Let's say Louis Usays, let's say Ernie Els, why not? Ernie Els. It's another lovely swing. And that's just going to keep you nice and sync and moving well when you're out in the golf course. Of course, when you're doing your pre-shot routine, make sure you're getting some nice feels in there. For me, I would get up to top, I would have a wee bit of a pause and then swing through, because for me, it's that start of the downswing, which I rush, which is most of you out there. Could be later, could be sooner. Again, if you're doing the root cause, fix that. You're doing the training, whether it's at a net like I was doing, or whether it's at the range or an indoor facility, you come out here and you're just doing something simple, just like we talked about, and that's going to be the way to retrain your brain to never rush the downswing again. So if you like this video, click that like button if you want more golf instruction, just like this. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button too to be notified every time I put out a video. I'm going to play the rest of this 9 and I'm going to get myself home because it is freezing.